time to hit the music.
It's time to light the lights.
It's time to watch some TV on DVR Club tonight. Hi, I'm Eric Adams, television editor and golden-throated website god. Alongside me,
Gwen Einat, copy editor, and I can totally vouch for that with Eric's karaoke performance at my last birthday party.
Oh, and we,
Nailed it.
Couldn't tell from the introduction, we're here talking about The Muppets. It's episode 2, and it's called Hostile Makeover. And that hostile makeover provides our very easy transition into Cameo Obscura, segment practically made for the Muppets, as this show features more celebrity cameos than anything since the old Muppet Show, right, Gwen?
Yeah, you know, jumping off from the heyday of Rita Moreno and Harvey Korman, now we have, you know, people like Tom Bergeron. Elizabeth Banks was in the premiere episode. This episode, you know, I gotta hand it to Josh Groban. He's a great singer, songwriter, but he always just totally brings it. You know, he basically makes out with a Muppet. Like, he holds nothing back in that duet with Piggy.
Josh Groban, hate him as a musician, love him as a comedic force.
Where's Piggy? Oh, she's right in the middle of getting a hot stone massage right now. Can I help you?
He feels like a Muppet himself, I think.
No, he was great. There was another awesome, just kind of a one-off, driving around the lot with Lawrence Fishburne.
Watch where you're going, Frog.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lawrence. Hey, when are you gonna come do the show?
Well, if it keeps on sucking the way it did last night, never!
So mean to Kermit. It's really enjoyable to see people be so mean to the Muppets like that, especially because this version of the Muppets really seems to be inviting it. The whole storyline in Hostile Makeover revolves around Kermit kind of manipulating Piggy via Josh Groban, which just seems like something that the Kermit of old would have never done.
Right, and we don't really need to know that Piggy was, you know, basically in bed all day with Josh Groban or whatever. You know, the show's gotten a lot of controversy, which I guess leads us to our next section.
Yeah, we've got a parental advisory for everyone out there.
As much as it literally pains us to agree with Million Moms on anything, because they suck, I kind of agree with them. I have a real life experience of why this is so problematic. You know, your kids get a little bit older, you're looking for shows at night you want to watch with them. Modern Family's a little racy, that's when it's on at like 8 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. So the Muppets... Central, sorry, yes. So the Muppets come out and you're like, yay, you know, show for the kids. And they throw in, you know, a different side of the Muppets that we haven't really seen before. We have Kermit calling Piggy sexy. There's a lot of talk about their sex lives, and Kermit talks about his new girlfriend. I'm watching this with my kid. He talks about how they met at a cross-promotional conference, and he said, well, we cross-promoted. And my kid actually turns to me and is like, so what does cross-promotional mean? Which basically means hooked up, which I really don't want to explain to my, you know, really young elementary school-age kid. So I didn't know what to say, so I said it meant that they kissed. Thanks a lot, Muppets. Like, I wasn't expecting to have to explain this morning before the taping. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to talk about the Muppets today. You know, what did you like about the show? Did you like it? Did you think it was like too grown up or anything? She's like, no. And she's like, well, and now I know what cross-promotional means. It means kissing.
So I've already brought up the heart-rending and headline-grabbing breakup that precedes the Muppets, Miss Piggy and Kermit. We wanted to talk about that plot in this episode with regards to our classic deserved or disserved matrix, because I think that Piggy does not deserve the treatment that she gets here.
Really?
Yes.
You think with all the machinations behind the scenes, you know, she should have more in a say of what's going on in her own life, or?
I think she's being manipulated by Kermit. I think that makes for a hostile work environment. And I understand that we're talking about puppets, but I really don't like the light that this sheds Kermit in.
Huh. See, I think Piggy brings her own hostile work environment. When a scene that I thought was excellent, her breakdown over the pens and they're hiding under the desk. I mean, one thing that I'm really loving about this Muppets show is the aesthetic quality and all the stuff that they bring into it, because as I'm watching it, I'm like, they're doing this with puppets. It's amazing to me. And then they shoot away and there's paper and pens and everything everywhere because she's having this meltdown. And let's point out that Piggy now is like the only female late night talk show host. One great thing I think about the show, and again for watching with my kid, is that Piggy is a feminist force of nature. You know, that's why I liked at the end how Kermit traps her into getting rid of Groban, is that Piggy is not gonna, you know, play second fiddle to any guy, even if it's Josh Groban, because she is such a strong woman. Fozzie's girlfriend's mom in the first episode was talking about like Piggy inspired her. I just think that's awesome, because Piggy's just badass.
So I let him go. Next!
All right, well, we've Statlered and Waldorfed ourselves quite a bit in this video, so let's get into Speculation Corner before we both sound like incorrigible grumps. There's nothing less funny to me than a beloved pop culture character swearing or saying things that you wouldn't expect them to. A puppet saying fuck is not funny unless the character has a reason to say fuck. I don't want to speak as if I'm guarding Jim Henson's legacy or anything, but sometimes the reasons that the show is hitting sour notes is because it's not the type of notes that the characters ought to be playing.
You know, well, what can I say? I'm attracted to pigs.
I mean, that was what's always so great about the Muppets deep down, is that it had so good-hearted. Part of the fun of the show is bringing back these classic characters. We've all grown up with these, or most people have some kind of familiarity with the Muppets going in. So to see like Fozzie telling jokes, like the old guys in the balcony, the reporter guy selling the cookies, we don't really have to rewrite it. We don't really want him to be a totally different version of these characters that we love.
Well, Muppet News Flash, it's time to end DVR Club. We'll be back sometime soon with more commentary on other TV shows, puppet or non-puppet related. Bye!